Welcome to Hidden Métis Histories. We're standing in Gastown, the oldest neighborhood in Vancouver, at the foot of Abbott Street. Historical accounts talk about squatter encampments in early Vancouver. What few people know is that Métis lived right around here, at the foot of Abbott Street. This is an old city map picture from 1898. Notice the shoreline was much closer to Water Street in this picture. Today the shoreline is much further out from Water Street, as you can see here. Here is another picture from 1887 looking east from the CPR docks. Between Carroll Street and Abbott Street, Métis lived in floating squatter shacks. If they made the newspapers, mostly these people were viewed as criminals. This 1898 Vancouver Province story states, "Where are the police?" The article continues, "At the foot of Abbott Street, there are a number of floating shacks occupied by the worst element of the city. It is comprised of men that have no visible means of support, kloochmen and half-breeds." There were calls in newspapers by wharf owners and businessmen to tear down the habitations. The article refers to shipping men who have large property interests on the waterfront between Abbott and Carroll Streets. Another article states that the police would be glad to see these shacks removed because they are a hotbed of disease and crime. This is the Gastown shoreline today. There is no trace of this settlement. Public and media pressure combined with police harassment suggests a slow, concerted effort to dismantle this settlement. This was part of a larger systemic effort to force Métis people off the land and water to separate them from First Nations kinship. What was ignored was that Métis and First Nations were there on the waterfront before the city existed. A 1906 report states, 15 years ago, the fishing smacks of the early pioneers, half-breeds, and a few Indians occupied the Vancouver waterfront. Today there is no trace of this settlement. The shacks were removed and the people dispersed, rendered invisible. Descendants are in the process of remembering the past. There is a historic Métis community in Vancouver. How will we remember them?